Okay, let's talk about quarterbacks, QB news, starting with Jared Goff. He's getting security. He's getting money, okay? And remember, his first season in Detroit, they won 3 games. So really, I just want to do a round of applause for Jared Goff for coming through with this contract, getting this
Give
contract.
Goff some
What was your
love.
reaction?
Give him love.
You know what I mean? Like, he deserves some love. He went through some things.
And I love it, too, because people right away was like, oh, Jared Goff got that money. And then you slowly start to just put up, all right, this trade when it happened was the Rams get Matt Stafford and the Lions have to take, not the Lions get Jared, they have to take Jared Goff and his contract. And now you look and you're like, oh, wow, Matt Stafford and Jared Goff's numbers are pretty similar. Now, Matt Stafford has the trump card. He got the Super Bowl as soon as he got there. And I think Matt Stafford's a better quarterback than Jared Goff. Jared Goff took the Rams team to the Super Bowl without Cooper Kupp. We played that team. If Cooper Kupp's there, if I'm Jared Goff, I'm telling the world. If I have Cooper Kupp, I'm probably winning a Super Bowl because we only scored 3 points. Give me Cooper Kupp. I think I could get 16. Like, if I'm Jared Goff, that's what I'm thinking. So to see him go to Detroit, have to deal with, hey, we just want this guy out of here. We're going to win without him. And then they win without you. Like that, I couldn't imagine for him that season looking at the Rams win the Super Bowl, being happy for guys he played with, but also in the back of your mind, like, damn, they really got me out of there and won. And now you fast forward and the whole city of Detroit rides with this guy. They had an unbelievable season. Team rewards him. He goes and earns this contract, getting this new money, $212 million. So I think it's a round of applause. I think it's also a great kind of indication and story of a guy who didn't let the media or what other commentators, experts were saying about him. He just went and played football, and he went and he represented the guys in Detroit, the guys on his team. So I love it. I think the way he's played, he's only going to get better. They put the right pieces. Shout out to the Lions in their front office with Brad Holmes. They drafted Sam Laporta. They got all these guys, Jahmyr Gibbs. They have talent in there. So Jared Goff has no reason not to go out there and continue to play well. So I think for Jared Goff, this was well-deserved. It's not like they're just paying this guy because they have to. He went and earned this contract when a lot of people thought he would play out the guarantee money and then Detroit would be looking for their next quarterback. Not the case. And he's there and he's playing well. So I'm excited for Detroit this year. I think they have a chance to really continue the path that they're on from last year.
Yeah, remember, we kind of all thought he was a bridge quarterback, like just get to whatever is going to be the next era of the Detroit Lions. And never forget, too, when he showed up, I mean, fans were wearing bags on their heads. Like what they're doing at Chicago Bears now, where you see it, like they're so distraught, they don't want to show their face. That was going on in Detroit. And then flash forward to, I remember when we were going out to Kansas City, and I don't know if it was on your plane too, but coming from Atlanta, the whole plane was Lions fans. They were so excited about the season. Then they go on to beat the Chiefs in that first game. I mean, they go to the NFC Championship game for the first time since 91. I mean, before Devin was born, right? And they're able to have behind a guy that they really thought was just going to be there for a moment, not the whole movement of taking the Lions to where they are now. I think it's pretty extraordinary that he gets this deal. There's a no trade clause in it. He mentioned that he wanted that kind of security. Like that is something that was important to him when he got this deal struck. Not only that, remember they extended Amon-Ra St. Brown, Penei Sewell. So, they've got some guys that they're able to build around, and we love to see where they're going. But the real question is, have we ever seen, because we didn't think this was going to happen, but a trade that works out for the Rams, they get their Super Bowl, and for the Lions, they get their quarterback of the future. How rare is it that we see something come together so seamlessly like this in a trade for both teams?
It's so true, because as soon as trades happen, we're like, let's break down who won the trade. And you're like, all right, well, the Lions got 3 first-round picks. Well, those picks have turned into great players. But no matter what, you look back at the Rams and you're like, they won a Super Bowl. Like, if you make a trade and you win the Super Bowl, I don't care what happens 2 years later, 5 years later, ultimately the only goal is to win a Super Bowl. So no matter what, they won. And I think you look at Detroit, not only are they in the NFC Championship, they were a 4th down call away from just kicking a field goal, but also 2 drop passes away from Dan Campbell being gutsy. Only he would call it and go for it. And if they catch those passes, we're sitting here like, I probably wouldn't have made that decision. I remember when we were sitting in the back watching and sitting next to Coach Dungy, and me and Coach Dungy are both saying the same thing. He's like, just kick it, just do it. Like all of those times. And that was the Tampa Bay game. So then you fast forward and it's the same thing. And that's all I kept hearing was Coach Dungy, like, just take the points, do the easy thing. But if you do catch those passes, this team's in the Super Bowl. And then Jared Goff, no trade clause. Detroit now looks like Eminem, Jared Goff. You put the trade clause, you tell the whole city, they can't kick me out. I'm not leaving. Like, I love that. I love it.
The only other person that I'm adding to your list is Jalen Rose, just because he's the homie and he's so Detroit that if we don't mention him, I don't know where he is in the hierarchy, but he's going into the Detroit, compound. He's with it,
All you got to say is black socks and baggy shorts, and I'm all with you because he was the leader of the whole gang right there, whole Fab Five.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.